All right, everyone, welcome back for another episode of Carnivore Trades. This is a weekend update and just putting together a few ideas for some charts that I think could possibly run next week. You guys know that I've been talking about some of these telecom stocks, many of which were involved in the Archegos debacle from this past March and into April. Now, on Viacom, specifically as we're looking at here, I've been updating on that, and I did update in the Thursday video, and I said that, hey, look, these stocks are starting to look like they may be ready to run. The deal with Comcast should put sellers on their heels. So there was no deal actually done, but there's been chatter about that. Comcast possibly buying Viacom, and I believe Roku was involved in there as well in that discussion. And as you can see, we got the news on Wednesday, and then Thursday, a nice pop. I did the video. Friday, I did not do a video, but we did close above this trend line here, which was the previous peak back in April. And no confirmation yet, but a nice little pop there, and you're seeing it on a lot of these other names as well. Again, I'm no longer long Viacom, but I said that I still like the stock. I sold it less than a month ago, actually, just to rotate some capital, but I did take a fractional profit, but that wasn't really why I sold it. It was just to rotate some capital out. I still like the name. I was vocal about that, but just looking at like IQ, for instance, I am still in this. You guys know I talked about this falling wedge pattern, and it said it's beaten down, it's oversold, and it's going to bounce pretty soon. And sure enough, you get a nice bounce here, and we started basing. We went to attack this pivot high, had to pull back a little bit, but now above this, and you kind of created a bit of a mini inverse head and shoulders. Now the target here would be about $20. But, if I can get $17 or $18 out of this thing, I'd be very happy with that. I got my average in at about $14.97, so that'd be a nice 13 to 15% gain for me. But so IQ perking up a bit here. We also had VIP Shop. This is when I went long earlier this week. I dumped it at like $19.75. But it actually ran up above $20 and pulled back a little bit as you came close to that 20 moving average. Discovery, another one. Again, this is another possible buyout target, closing above the 20 moving average for the first time since before the meltdown. So and granted, the 20 moving average is minor at this point, but it's an important psychological level for the stock. You also have Joy Inc. This is one I'm in as well. I really like this level of support here. If you go back, look at the pivots here. This is a major area of support that we pierced through, and the 20 moving average here, it's generally minor. You're trading parallel to it, so it's minor, but you get above that, and this thing could push back up to 75 easily, and then you go and test this 50 moving average at about 80. You have this big gap here, but generally, I think my average is about 69 and some change. So if I can get $75 or $80 out, I'd be more than happy to take that profit and run. But another one is like Tencent. So Tencent struggling a little bit here, hitting that 50 MA, but perking up as well. And you also have GOTU. This is one that I was trading a little bit over the past couple months as well. And this one it's hard to see because of how far away the moving averages are. And but this here was a 4 or 5% move just on Thursday, Friday, and then pulled back a little bit on Friday. But again, starting to perk up a little bit, and these stocks should all trade kind of in the same direction. So if Viacom starts breaking out, and you get IQ breaking out, you're going to see VIP Shop follow. And basically, the logic here is, with buyout talk being on the being on the wire, so to say, if you're a short these names, you can see very clearly where the short sellers are in Viacom. They're right at 40, around $43. So they've been defending this area for a couple months now. Well, if there's buyout talk and somebody offers 50 a share or 60 a share for Viacom, they're going to get their heads ripped off. So you're seeing, these shorts started to inch out of this, and that's going to generally, the M&A talk is generally going to, hit the other stocks in that sector as well. So we could see some short covering coming on. And these stocks do have a high amount of short interest. So there's also the potential for the Reddit crowd to get a hold of this and potentially push these names higher. So I'm definitely thinking these telecom stocks can have a move pretty soon. But they really just gotta get Viacom to confirm first, and any more merger and acquisitions activity on the wire is definitely going to help. But anyways, guys, that said, just wanted to give you a little update for some charts I'm looking at this week. It is going to be a pretty much a holiday week. Unless we get major geopolitical news, most of the institutions are going to take off by Thursday. So it's basically a holiday week. So there's not going to be a whole lot of trading, setups to really, go over this week. And the volume's going to be very light. But so you definitely don't want to overtrade and force anything. But this is the area, this is a sector that I think could actually get some nice moves in it if we can get some more news, and if Viacom can get another little squeeze, that should filter out to the rest of the sector. But anyways, guys, you take care, and we'll see you next week on the charts.